Hello and welcome back to Sublevel 0. Last time we started a journey with our new ship that we've unlocked, and we are going in with, we're actually doing a pretty good job, I would say. We've got a nice chain gun. I'm sorry, it's a minigun, it's not a chain gun. I mean, they're very similar, but necessarily different. And what appears to be some form of, like, awesome plasma sniper rifle, so quite frankly, I'm pretty happy about the weapons we have. In the very least. I mean, that's not saying much because it does kind of require that you use them properly in order to be useful, but at the same time, you know, that's just how it goes. We have nice weapons, and that's good enough for me at this point, so long as everything dies around me. If things don't die around me, that's going to be a bit more of an issue, just saying. We do need to find stuff to craft, though, because although we have nice weapons now, I'm pretty sure that the entire system of the game relies on crafting your way up to the next level of stuff, which is generally, I'm just going to level with you, whenever you see a crafting mechanic, that's usually a key part of the game, you know? Crafting your way up. It's just a small thing there. It's usually important. Calm down, drone. You're dead. I'm sure that you thought you were clever, but you're not. Not a chance. None of our enemies are actually all that clever. I would say the only ones that have actually proven themselves to be terribly clever are the sniper dudes, because they are really good at running and hiding from us, which I would count as clever because we do tend to kill basically everything that we see, so I would say that in light of our general homicidal rampage, well, assuming that these things can be considered to be alive, which is a bit more questionable. I mean, I'm going to leave that philosophical question up to robot philosophers, because I do not think this is a time to be considering the moral implications of our actions. Usually, when you consider the moral implications of your actions in the middle of a battle, it ends very, very poorly for you. Because then you get this, like, crippling feeling that you've just, like, slaughtered, like, a ton of people, and you're like, oh no, this is bad, but I don't have the time to, like, actually think it through, so then you just kind of sit down and you stop fighting, which is, I mean, it really doesn't matter if it's a morally good thing for you to be fighting in that situation. Generally, if you're in the middle of the battle, you should not sit down and stop fighting, because that tends to end very poorly for the burgeoning philosopher within you. So, you know, it's just a small thing. I don't know if you ever go into combat at any time, if you're like, I don't know, a professional yeoman. That's not actually a thing. I mean, that is a thing, but a professional yeoman is not actually a soldier. Yeoman basically just means peasant, so if you are a professional yeoman, first off, you're probably not watching this video, because I'm pretty sure that you're not supposed to give peasants computers. It gives them access to far too much information, and once peasants start getting information, you know what, that's just asking for an entire society to collapse around you, because last I checked, the majority of societies are built around peasants not being able to revolt against their masters. Just saying, small thing. Okay, so in terms of what's actually going on here, and not peasant uprisings in, I don't know. I was gonna say small third world countries, but I mean, if there's peasants in first world countries, it's entirely applicable to peasants basically anywhere. You don't have to specify the socioeconomic condition of any country for peasant uprisings to generally not be a good thing to occur. Ugh, we are wrecking face right now. I mean, this impact rifle, I don't know if we've had this before. I think we've had a weapon similar to this, but I think it was maybe a lower tier weapon, because this thing is hey, calm down, calm down. Because this thing is crazy good, as I was going to say before. I was rudely interrupted by a sniper. Hey, you, die. Jeez, those guys take more of a beating than I thought they did. I was under the impression that they were very weak and pathetic creatures. It appears that that is not the case. They're actually quite powerful. That's a small problem. When I say quite powerful, that's in relation to enemies that die in one hit, which is, that's really not all that powerful in the end. You know, it's kind of like comparing the power of a tomato to that of a fully grown and very hungry lion. Because I feel like you would always conclude that the tomato is significantly weaker than the lion, assuming you're using standard tomatoes, of course. Oh my word, this is another data log that we've already gotten before. That is interesting. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want more data logs. I want information. I want to know what the current governmental system of these creatures is so that I can potentially usurp said governmental system and take control of the drone hierarchy, potentially turn these drones from my enemies into my allies, create a small kingdom, and eventually have some sort of, like, rebel freedom fighter, like, build up power and eventually overthrow me, because, you know, that's generally what happens when you take control. I mean, it doesn't always happen. In fact, there's a lot of the time when the person who's taking control, at least, arguably, according to my theory, half the time when someone's taking control, it's actually a rebel usurper that's taking control, and usually those guys, well, I was gonna say usually they stick around for a while, but I don't think that's actually true. I mean, it depends on how effective of a rebel usurper we're talking about. If it's like Simon Bolivar, I mean, he stuck around for a while, and I mean, I guess he did an okay job. On a scale of 1 to 10 in usurpation of weak governments into a single powerful state, I would give him somewhere around like a 6 or 7. Certainly nothing like the formation of Rome, but, you know, it's getting up there. It's a bit harder to form powerful states in the modern era, or close to modern era. Is that like colonial? Simon Bolivar, that was, what, World War I, World War II era, so I guess that's modern. I can't remember when modern starts. I don't care. It's an arbitrary time date anyway. Let's just all agree that everything is arbitrary and we'll be fine. Shut up, tank. Get out of here. Jeez, it's like tanks were made for fighting or something. They're really hard to kill. Anyway. Now that I'm no longer talking about Simon Bolivar, who I arguably am not at all qualified to talk about at all, even in casual conversation, let's just kill some drones, because that's a lot easier to talk about than the socioeconomic status of Latin American countries. And by the way, yes, I do really like the word socioeconomic right now. I don't know why. It's just really fun to say. It's a good word. Nice, large, woody word. Okay, tanks, done for. Come on. Is it dead? Oh, it is dead. Nice. Dude, these chain guns are crazy. I love these things. I mean, I still love the impact rifle arguably a lot more than this weapon. In fact, I don't even know if I'd call it arguably. I basically love the impact rifle so much. But the chain gun is still a pretty solid weapon. Okay, let's see. So, we've gone through... Oh, okay. I was about to say, at some point here, we're probably going to run into the core, and then we immediately ran into the core, so, yeah, that's a thing. I think, so long as we have less, at least 25 damage, I think it's always worth it to use a health pack immediately, just saying. I think that's a thing. There doesn't seem to be any reason to keep it around, and so I'm not keeping them around, in case you're wondering why I'm using them immediately. It's because I've found that appears to be an intelligent maneuver. Hey, calm down. I feel like there's an enemy behind me right now, and I'm not happy about that. Is that true? I don't think so, actually. I think for once my paranoia is unfounded. Yep, it does appear to be unfounded. So did we go through every door? We didn't. No, we didn't. There is, down here, a doorway there. And, yeah, that looks like it's gonna take a while to get down to. The completionist in me really wants to go down there. Okay, guys. Okay. I know, you're thinking, don't do it. Don't do it. It's too much. I'm going down there. Look, I'm not gonna make you, live through watching me go down a corridor for 1,000 minutes. They won't actually be 1,000 minutes, but it'll be close. We will meet again once I actually find my way to that door, as I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going, but once I find my way to that door, we will meet again. Okay, here we go. This is the door, I do believe. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's definitely the door. Just so happens that when you go through a doorway and there's a lot of things that are trying to kill you, that generally means you haven't been down that path before. And I think that's a pretty universal statement, actually. I was gonna say specifically in games, but I don't think it's actually specifically in games. Because generally, if you go down a path where things are actively trying to kill you, you're either gonna die going down that path, that just did a ton of damage to us, by the way. Or manage to somehow, you know, eradicate the threat to yourself, I would imagine. I don't really think that there's another option in there outside of maybe you like ran away and the threat still remains down the path, which would then lead to the question of why did you come back to that path after all of that? Hold up, is that all the stuff that's here? Oh, that's sickening. Oh, do you taste that? That bitter taste in the mouth. That's a taste of wasted time. It's a taste of bitter and utter defeat, my friends. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, it's so bitter. Oh, anyway, looks like we have to head back all the way over to, here's where we're going. Right here. This is not the easiest to use map, I will level with you. I'm kind of confused as to how it works, but, we're going over here, and it'll be fine. Where are we right now? I don't even know. Okay, we're right here. So, once again, once I actually get to the place that we're trying to go, we will meet again. Or if I explode on the way there, we will not meet again, and in fact, I will be dead, and that'll be quite unfortunate. But I highly doubt that will happen. So, let's just wait for that to occur. Okay, here we go. We are back at the core room, and with any hope we can take him out. What do we got here? Looks like we got a drill dude, we got a missile dude, another drill dude. Okay. So 2 missile dudes, 2 drill dudes, and the core itself. That is completely reasonable. We can deal with this. Let's take out our nice little sniper rifle and try to pick these guys off first and foremost. I'm getting stuck in the doorway. Getting stuck in the doorway is not a good situation, especially when there's a lot of things that want to shoot you to death. Generally, ever being stuck anywhere when there's a lot of stuff trying to shoot you to death is very, very bad. Hey, calm down, drill dude. Dude, I understand that you've had some sort of, like, terrible, traumatic childhood or something that's caused you to want to become a kamikaze drill person. But can we just, like, take a chill pill here and maybe talk about your problems instead of actively trying to kill me? I would really appreciate that, because I may not be your psychologist, but, psychiatrist, not psychologist, jeez. I don't think people have, like, personal psychologists. I mean, if you do have a personal psychologist, that probably means you are just filthy rich. Which, I mean, good for you. You got a lot of money. Great. But at the same time, I don't 100% know why you would use said money to hire a psychologist, of all things. Because psychologists are not generally all that useful. I mean, let me stipulate that a bit more. They're generally not all that useful outside of very specifically, like, psychology work. In general, like, I don't know, they just don't seem to be the most practical thing to just have on hand at all time, but, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a good use for them. We also blew up this core, which I think is more important at this particular moment than whether or not a psychologist is a good thing to have. What is this? Brutal dumbfire? Is that all we got? Oh, this was a boring level. We got so little stuff. I mean, at least we still have our nice guns. I mean, I really love these guns. They're so nice. Impact rifle. Perfect. Looks like this is our flux drive component. Kind of looks like a capacitor, or maybe that's the engine? I can't tell. I can't tell. We're going to take it anyway. It's going to be great. We're going to have it. And as usual, people, on to the next level. Let's do this. This is what? We're going to level 3 now? Oh, this is the farthest we've gotten yet. In saying that, I mean, we haven't gotten that far, actually, so, you know. So what do we got here? We got self-shield, decreased damage taken from your own weapons. Then we've got bullet or plasma specialist. Now, thinking about this, we don't actually... Okay, that's actually a really easy choice. We don't use plasma weapons. Self-shield is not that useful, I don't think, for our current build. So bullet is going to be where it's at. Our minigun is now going to do ridiculously larger quantities of damage. And it appears, oh, we got 52% accuracy. Not quite as good as we got last time. I think we need to try to get our accuracy up to 100%. I mean, admittedly, that's never going to happen, especially when we're using a minigun. Just so happens that miniguns I don't feel are really renowned for their 100% accuracy, and I don't really know that there's any value in making a minigun that's good with 100% accuracy. And I guess it would, like, bore a hole straight through, like, anything you shoot at, assuming it's not, like, I don't know, the entirety of the Earth. But that is completely secondary to the point. That'll bring us, for now, to the end of this episode. That is far more to the point. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, once more, we will go into a sub-level, and we're going to take down everything that tries to kill us. So long as it's not us, because there's that small chance that I will accidentally or purposefully try to kill myself. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell down here. But anyway, until then, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.